Hi everyone, it's time for practice time with Ms. Rhona. If you are just checking out the channel for the first time, this is a weekly series where I open up my practice room to the world. Hope you had a good spring break, and for those who are still on their spring break, enjoy your last few days. Hopefully the weather does cooperate. So for today, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. It's a little bit overdue as well. I'm going to do a walkthrough of, I think I have 3 theory questions picked out. I'll just work through some of those questions step by step, and hopefully that'll give my theory students, as well as anyone else who stumbles along, to have that opportunity to just see how to work through some of these questions. So I did pick ones that a few of my students have been having troubles with. But before we get to that, I'm just going to put my due diligence screen up there. So my copyright disclaimer. We're going to go pretty old school here with just good old paint. So this first question is from Mark Sarnecki's the Complete Elementary Music Rudiments, 2nd edition book. If you're in Conservatory, Canada, it is good for Theory 1, 2, and 3. A little bit of 4 as well. If you're in RCM, then it takes you up to grade 8, although it doesn't have the music history component. The question I picked specifically is from page 120, so the simple time one, because rhythm seems to be a tricky one. And it's going to be trickier yet if the proposed K through 6 curriculum goes through, because one of the things that is mentioned in the curriculum is that a dot, that dot there, adds 1 beat. But, yes, let me just get rid of that. That is in 3/4. That is a quarter note. A dot adds half of that note's value, so that is worth a quarter note plus half of a quarter note. So, sorry, I could not help doing a dig. Anyone else who's a bit concerned with the proposed changes there, I recommend, I'll drop a link down below to some sites where you can review the proposed changes and share your comments, concerns, and questions as well. I shall be doing that once I finish going through the fine arts section. Okay, so, well, why don't we just take a look at this one? And I'm going to pick a color that might be a little bit easier to see. First thing I would do is, first off, take a look at the time signature there. So 3/4, so the pattern, you're going to have 3 quarter notes in each bar. So I like sticking that up there and then just adding. Could do this underneath as well, my personal preference. Now just remember, with music there are always exceptions. We just start with the rules and then we learn which ones are, we can be flexible with. So as you can see here, or you will see in a moment, that that's not grouped properly. So I did get a little bit lazy. I mean, really, I should be putting strong, weak, weak under each of these quarter notes. So 3/4 time, 3 quarter notes in each bar. So now I'm just going to use that as my guide. I'm just going to pick a different color though. So these 2 1/8 notes equal a quarter note. So I'm just going to cross this off. So what we are doing is literally filling in the blanks. So I'm going to. And actually, it doesn't hurt to circle these if you're just starting off. So this is weak beat, so I cannot combine these 2 weak beats together. So what I will need to do is finish this beat here. So I'm going to add a 16th rest. and that takes me up to half of a beat, and then I'm going to add an eighth rest, and then that'll take care of that beat. And then I can do a quarter rest for that. That takes care of that bar. So this, well, 2/16 notes equal an eighth note. 2 eighth notes equal a quarter note. So this takes care of that. Oh, I forgot to cross that off. So that leaves us with 2 quarter notes to fill in. But they're weak beats, so we cannot join them together as a single rest or a single note. So it's going to be 2 separate quarter rests. There we go. And then here we've got 16th note, so that's worth a quarter of a beat. 4 of those make up one of these. So I am going to add a 16th rest. That'll take me up to half of a beat, and then easy peasy to add the other half of the beat. I have to deal with that beat by itself, so I will add a quarter rest. Now this is pretty much just going to be a mirror image of that, so I have to take this and add a 16th rest to take it up to half of a beat, and then did I say half rest? If I did, I should have said 16th rest and then 8th rest there. Sorry. Doing this digitally is kind of tricky. Okay, that takes care of that beat. Okay, so this tricky bar, so it's got this quarter note and then this eighth, well, this dot, which adds half of it, right? From this beat there. So I'm going to add an eighth rest, and that'll take care of, so that eighth rest plus that dot takes care of that note. So now I can add that. So that's one way to answer that question. The other thing, though, is because the first beat is strong, we can combine it to a weak beat or weak beats. So another way this could be answered, let me just grab a different color. So I could have actually done this. Depends on the marker. I mean, if you're just starting out, this is okay. Eventually you do want to work to this version because you can combine a strong to a weak beat. Okay, and then the final bar here, so 2 16th notes make up an 8th note, or they're worth the same as an 8th note, so that's half of this. So then I need to add an 8th rest, and that takes care of that first beat. Again, I'll stress I cannot join these 2 weak beats together, so I will have to do 2 separate rests. And that's how you answer that question. So for my next question, I'll just get it all ready up here. For my student or any other students wanting to follow along or work through the question with me, it's page 78. So that, there you go. So we've got to name the key, write the cadences below, the bracketed melody notes, and name the type of cadence. So they are looking for, at this point, authentic. Authentic is going from the dominant to the tonic, or 5/1. And then our half cadence, the most commonly used is 1 going to 5, but there is also 4 going to 5. Okay, so let's figure out the cue. So we've got 3 flats. All right, I'm back. I've just been having some issues here with my my tablet. It's not responding to the stylus. Okay, so let's just reset here. So I'm just going to zoom out. So we need to identify the key. So this is going to be bizarre because I'm using the eraser. I guess whatever it takes. It can either be C minor or E flat major with the 3 flats, but there's a B natural here. And then there is, if you look at the very beginning, these, the C, the G, the C, those all belong to your C minor triad. So I'm going to call this C minor. Okay, so we have identified the key. It says write the appropriate cadences below the melody notes and name the type of cadence. Okay. So we know that it is either going to be authentic, 5/1. Actually, we're in a minor key, so that will be lowercase 1, or half cadence, so that could be 1/5 or 4/5. And in a minor key, those would be 1 and 4 would be minor. So I'm just going to take a look here. We've got a C and we're going to a D. So one thing I like doing is just writing out the chords here. So for C minor, it's C, E, E flat, and G. And then our 4 chord is F. Sorry, these letters are going to be wonky because, like I said, the stylus is acting a little strangely today. And then the 5 chord will be G, B, natural. That is supposed to be natural. And a D. There we go. Okay, so we got C. So 2 of the chords have a C in it. And then one of them has a D. So this one's definitely going to be 5. Because only the 5 chord has the D. Here, it could be 1 or it could be 4. But before it are 2 B naturals. So normally, okay, so that would be 5. So it would make sense to have 1 here instead of 4. That will get fully explained in the next level. Okay, so that would make an authentic cadence. No, not authentic. That would make a half cadence. Half. Oh my goodness. The stylus is acting so bizarre. Okay, so now write the appropriate cadences. Okay, so keyboard style or SATB style. When they don't specify, you can, choose whatever is easiest. I am going to go with keyboard style. It's good to deal with the soprano and the bass first. Again, that will make more sense in the next level. So, but just get into that habit. Okay, so 1 chord, I have a C. So I'm just going to add a G and an E. And we'll pretend that I connected them beautifully. Work with me on it. Okay, so we're going to cross that out. We don't need that. We have the D already, so we just need to add the B and the G. Okay, so the G we'll just keep in the same spot. And then the E flat will just fall to the, oh, no, because we have a D already. So the, yeah, this is kind of a little bit wonky. I guess we'll do that. Yeah. Why is my tablet not behaving today? Maybe I needed to get my brand new tablet. Okay. I just need to double check. C, C, G, D. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's good. So we'll just pretend that everything lines up really nicely and ignore the fact that my stylus is misbehaving. Okay. All right, there's one more phrase, the answering phrase here. So again, that leading tone is part of the 5 chord, and only the 5 chord. And this is most likely going to be 1. And this one is an authentic cadence. Oh my goodness, this is bugging me that this is not. This is acting so funny today. Okay, so I'm going to put the G here and going to the C. Okay, let's put the G here underneath and the D, and that G is just going to stay in the same spot. So, pro tip, you want to move these other notes when you're changing chords as little as possible. So that just looks horrid. This is really bugging me, guys, that this is just not responding like it should. Okay, make sure you do that. Now, these don't have to be like super duper perfect, they just have to be legible. Make sure you do your dots. Okay, and I'm just going to check D to V. Okay. I have no illegal movements. I'll go through that a bit later in the next level. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, if you want to just double check, it's always good to play these. Just for the sake of time, I'm not going to. I have just checked the voicing, so it should be fine. Okay, last question of the day. Last question of the day. Yeah, I don't know why my tablets aren't behaving today. Okay, this is absolutely bizarre. I just grabbed a different question, one that I'm fairly certain my student hasn't gotten to yet. So it's from Unit 3 of the Harmony 9 Celebrate Theory series. So page 40 for those who want to work along with me. So basically, let's just review. So yeah, the thing that's a little weird is now my stylus is working. I think I just needed to close out of Paint, I suppose. Okay, so we've got to symbolize the harmony using functional chord symbols, complete the harmonization, name the type of cadence. Oh joy, oh rapture, unforeseen. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, so with 2 flats, we are looking at either, oh, and it does specify SATB. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to pick a color that is not black. Okay. So it's either B flat major or G minor, but with that opening bar having 3 out of the 4 notes belong to our B flat major chord, and then it ends on a B flat. There's no F sharp, so I'm gonna call it B flat major. I'm also going to do my little cheat sheet up here. So we've got our 1 chord is B flat, D, and F. Our 4 chord is E flat, G, B flat. And our 5 chord is FAC. So we have to do functional chord symbols. Okay. I'm going to deal with the cadences first. And I am going to deal with the two outside voices. So that is going to be likely with an E flat, it's going to be a 4, going to an F. So it could go 4 to 1, and then it could be plagal. Or it could be to 5, and then it could be a half cadence. Okay, I'm going to reserve judgment on that then. So that could be 1, or it could be 5. Okay. Might make that thicker. Is that easier to see, guys? Okay, yeah. All right, so here we've got A, that belongs in the 5 chord, only in the 5 chord, and that's 1. Okay. Okay, it doesn't matter if you want to answer it as a plagal cadence or a half cadence. I'm going to go plagal for fun, just to have that contrast. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now I'm going to deal with those notes first. So that's going to be E flat. And I guess in this chapter we're still working in root position. Oh, no, that's going to suck. No, that's going to... Oh yeah, that's actually good. Good. Okay. I was just worried I was going to have parallel octaves. But I've got an the 2 E flats going to perfect 5th, so we're good. And then here we've got F going to a B flat. So I'm just going to kind of go merrily along here. This looks like it's probably a 1. This is probably... Do we have to... This could probably all be a 1 chord until there, where there's a C, and then that could be a 5. This is probably a 1 chord with the B flat. Oh, no. I'm going to make it a 4 chord. Okay. This I'll make a 1 chord. Because I want to try to avoid having 2 1s crossing the bar line. Oh, that could actually all be part of the 1, so I'm just going to make that a 1 all the way across. That could be a 5. That could be a 4 chord. 5 going to 4 is not the greatest. Okay, I think I'll make that. I'll just keep it like that. So with marches, sometimes you're really feeling the 1, 2, 3, 4 beat vibe, but sometimes you're feeling it in half notes. So that's kind of what I'm fiddling around with here, because it seems like, okay, does the beat pattern change like that? It looks like it's changed, yeah. Because I kind of want it to be like that, but here it looks like it's the chord changes happen like that. So I guess it would be good to keep it consistent. I should have picked another color. Sorry, gang. This one is a little bit different. I think that's, yeah, same chord, and then this is probably, yeah, that's odd. Yeah, that'll fall under there for harmonic rhythm. Okay, I'm gonna put this in a different color box just to keep it separate from, oh shoot, you know what? That's gonna get in the way of adding the notes. So at least you have it. I'm just gonna undo, 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 undo. So yeah, a lot of times people just kind of jump in and do the notes randomly. If you've done any singing at all, you know that'll wind up giving your singers the most bizarre singing lines. So it's good to deal with the voices, the two outside voices, because they're the ones that get to do most of the jumping anyway, and it's just easier to deal with parallels and hidden octaves a little bit easier. So, okay. I'm gonna go there. Oh, I think I changed colors along the way. Oopsies. Okay. Just gonna check. Okay, this is all dealing with the one chord, so I don't need to check for parallel octaves and fifths until here, going to here. So B flat to B flat. That is a perfect octave. F to C, perfect fifth, we're good. F to C, going to B flat to D, we're good. That's a third, don't need to worry about it. E flat to E flat, so I'm going to make sure that I do not have F to F. We are good. Okay. All right, perfect fifth. So I'm going to make that a F. Oh, I'll make that a half note for fun for now. That's a really bizarre stem. There we go. B flat. Okay. So F to E flat. That's a seventh. Don't need to worry about it. Okay. B to D, we're good. B flat to B flat. So I have to make sure that this is not going to be a perfect octave. No, I'm going to E flat. Okay. That should be good. Now that, so when the bass is going up a step, which happens when you have 4 going to 5 or 5 going to 6, you want to make sure the upper voices go down in contrary motion, just to avoid those parallel or consecutive or hidden fifths and octaves, all that fun stuff. Okay, so I lost count here. So F to E flat, seventh, don't need to worry about illegal movements. Same chord, so I'm going to just be concerned here. B flat to B flat, E flat to B flat. We're good. Fifth, make sure this is a not fifth. Good. That's a third, going to an octave. We are good. Okay, so now I'm going to add the other voices. Okay, I think I will put the D. I'm just trying to think of what will be easy here to avoid the any cross parts. I mean, it's the same chord, so I can just rearrange too. Okay, I think I'll make that a D. I might not even color it actually. I might make it a half. I'll make this a B flat. It's okay to triple the root. And then once we get to beat 2, we've got 2 roots, a third, and a fifth. That's cool. But then we have that again, so I should just might make it. Might rearrange then. So I might make that at an F. And I might make that a D. Okay, so F, A, C. Okay, I think, ooh. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm just kind of looking here at where that leading tone, like where's the best place for that leading tone to be? Okay, so probably here. Okay. And then it'll want to go here. Okay. So it would be smoothest if the tenor just kept singing a B flat. Yeah, typically the tenors and the altos unfortunately do not get, a lot of times they don't get the most dynamic vocal lines. So yeah, I think it'll be better to keep the leading tone down there in the tenor. I might just keep this as is and I'll just add dots. So we got an octave going to a not octave. Okay. So we're just missing an F. Just have to make sure that that's okay. It's hard to get the lines straight. There we go. Okay, octave, not octave. Third, that's fine. Octave. Not octave. We're clear. Okay, leading tone goes up to the tonic. That is cool. This is a fifth. I have to make sure this is not going up to a G. Not a problem. Okay. It is probably just going to hang out on the F. Sorry, altos. Okay, so we've got what? F to, that's a third, we're safe. We've got F to F, so perfect octave going to a perfect fifth, that's fine. We've got a fifth going to a not fifth, so we're fine. Fifth going to a not fifth there. You have to just make sure you check all the voice slating and every voice pairing. Okay, it is tedious. Okay, so we got 4. Okay, well, it'll be easiest if the tenor just sticks to singing a B flat. Sorry. And then this could probably go up to a G. Let's just make sure that's good. So octave, not octave. Fifth, not fifth. Third, we're good. Fifth, and not fifth. We're good. Okay. Going back to a 1, I guess they could just go back to, oh, no, we could have it maybe going, I'm sorry, tenor, you're not going to have the sexiest line. You're going to be stuck with a B flat again. Oh, so, oh, no, someone needs to sing a D. Okay. It is, so either, nope, I can't go down to the D because then that's going to be too far apart. That's going to be more than an octave. So, wait, tenor gets to sing the D. Okay. It's okay for those guys to be more than an octave apart. So then that means this can go up to the B flat. Let's just make sure that's okay. So perfect fifth to not fifth, we're okay. That's not a, yeah, that's good. And then we got a perfect octave. Make sure that's not a perfect octave. We're clear. B flat to G, don't need to worry about. G flat to E, don't need to worry about. Okay, we're cool. Okay, so it's going to be smoothest for the alto to sing. That. I might jiggle those around. I'm going to call this a dominant 7th chord. Okay. F, F. Okay, so yeah, it'll be easier if the tenor sings the C. Do I want to rearrange these guys? Or do I want to keep them as is? Okay, so I have a tritone there. I have to make sure that that A resolves up to the B flat. It could go down to the F, actually. It's an inner voice. I think that might be the safest, just so that they're not too close there. But normally the leading tone would resolve up to the tonic. It's just in the inside voice it can drop down to the dominant. I think that'll give us better voice leading with the other voices. So, actually, I'm going to make that a half. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, yeah, I think I might just make that a half note. I think this was the C. This is going to drop down to the dominant. And then this will drop down to the tonic. Okay, so, I mean, normally you would resolve this inwards, but I'll just make sure that that's okay. So perfect 5th going to perfect unison, that's good. F to A, that's fine. F to E, drops. C to A, okay. Alright, that's okay. I can use this opportunity to reorganize here if I wanted. I actually might, because otherwise I'm going to run into danger of having overlapping cross parts there. So I think I'm going to have the bass drop down here. So this is not a chord progression, it's the same chord. You're just rearranging the notes so you don't need to check for parallels or hiddens and all that. Okay, so then the F can stay put. Okay, so now let's just make sure that this is not going up to, okay, B flat. That is a B flat, believe it or not. Okay, so this is going to go, that should go to the E flat, I'm thinking. And this can go to the B, well, it can go to B flat or it can go to E. B flat to D. Yeah, I'll make it go, well, okay. Whoa, I'm missing a G. That's not good. Okay. Okay, I think I'll make this a G then. This will be an E flat. Okay, so that's not a 5th or an octave, so not going to worry about it. B flat to F is a perfect 5th, so I just need to make sure E flat to G is not. B flat to B flat's a perfect octave, so E flat to E to B flat. Yeah, okay, we're safe. D flat, yeah, don't need to worry about those. Okay, so it looks like we're safe. I am going to do another pass, just checking specifically for hidden or oblique or indirect intervals. Okay, so these guys all need to go down a step. That's been dictated. So, F, A, C. Okay, so E flat to E flat, going to a perfect fifth, we're safe. E flat to G, don't need to worry about. E flat to B flat, going F to A, we're safe. E flat to B flat, C to A, we're safe. Okay, leading tone goes to the tonic. This will drop down to the tonic. That will try to line up with the bass. There we go. Okay, so we're missing a third. Okay. So perfect fifth to perfect octave, that's cool. F to F, perfect octave. Going to, yeah, 10th, we're cool. F to A. All right, cool. So let's just review. So the motion from the dominant chord to the tonic chord at the end of the phrase confirms the principal key and creates a sense of completeness. I am quoting page 24. This is called an authentic cadence, a period of rest. So the soprano has the leading tone going to the tonic. That is its strongest tendency tone. So if it went like leading tone down to dominant, well, we're not supposed to do that anyway, but then that would make it an imperfect authentic. But yeah, if it's going 7 to 8 or 2 to 1, those are the tendency tones there to make it sound a lot more final. So this is going to be perfect authentic. And this is plagal. Oh, I think it was what, PC and PAC. Yeah. Okay, I think that all worked out. So now I have to just check for hidden or indirect. So that happens when the bass and the soprano are leaping in the same direction. They're not. There's no big leaps, so we should be good. Yeah, because these are leaping in contrary. If they were leaping in the same direction, I would want to make sure that the two outside voices are not a perfect fifth or octave. But they're leaping in contrary motion. Let's just hang on. Those always drive me nuts. Yeah, two voices leaping in the same direction to a perfect fourth. Oh, so I have to actually look at even the inner voices if they're leaping. Well, those guys are moving contrary. Contrary. Okay, that's, yeah. I've got a lot of contrary, so it looks like we're good. It's moving in, that's moving out, that's moving. Oh, okay, so here I should probably take a closer look. So, no, they're not, So these are both leaping in the same direction, and that's going to an octave, so I might want to rearrange that. Okay. And I think everywhere else there, oh, that's kind of, well, that's stepping rather than leaping. And that's good. Okay, so it looks like, hang on. Okay, I think that's the only one I really have to watch out for. So, I could do, E, G, B. I mean, I could make it another B. Oh no, if I made it a B flat, that doesn't solve my problem. If I made them switch, that might work actually. No, because then that's gonna not be moving and. Ooh. Yeah. How to do that? Well, my student hasn't learned this yet. But to avoid that indirect octave there, I think what I'll do is I'll make this a 4/7. So I'll just make that a D. So yeah, I'm going to make that a 4/7. So now these two voices are leaping in the same direction, but that's going E flat to a D, and it's falling, so we're good. I just have to make sure that these guys are also good. B flat, F, E. Yeah. Oh, I just have to make sure it doesn't affect the notes above. Okay, so that was my little cheat there. There we go. So that takes us to the end. This session wound up being a little bit longer than I thought with the technical difficulties there. But 3 walkthroughs of 3 questions. So hopefully you found that helpful. 3 different levels. If this is your first time checking out the channel, do check out some of the other videos there. So the previous episodes of the practice time series, or some of the teacher demos as well. And if you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, like, comment, share, subscribe. Helps the channel, helps the YouTube algorithm personalize your feed so that you get more of the content that you'd like to see. And that's it. So whatever you have planned for the weekend, stay safe, take care, and we'll catch you in the next video. So, bye!